Hello and good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well this morning. Come on in, join me for I Am My Morning Coffee. I hope that you have your coffee so that you can have coffee with me this morning so that we can go ahead and we can have an amazing conversation this morning and we can go ahead and get you started on your way. Me too, because I'm back at work and I have zero complaints, by the way. Zero complaints. All right. Doing well this morning. Turn that down. So as you come in the room, it's just me and you this morning, and I'm really, really, really excited about it. So as you come in, please speak, say good morning, so that we can go ahead, and we can get started. I got y'all all in my teeth this morning. Yes, just come on in. I am excited to be with you this morning. Welcome to I Am My Morning Coffee, where God is our barista, praise and worship is our cream and sugar. And this morning's coffee will be moi. So I'm excited. We are still on the series, Transformation Matters. And I don't know about you, but it's been blowing my mind. The guests have been absolutely amazing. We've had Jerry Redford. We've had Melinda Redford. Jerry Redford is a reformed abuser. He totally turned his life around. Then we had Melinda Redford. She came on and she talked about what it was like being married or marrying a reformed abuser, and just what her family, her friends, things of that nature, what they had to say. So it's just been absolutely phenomenal. So as you come on in, please speak, say good morning, say hello as you come in the room, and we're going to get started momentarily. We're going to get started momentarily. And again, welcome to I Am My Morning Coffee. So happy to have you. And I will not, be before you too long this morning. So I hope you have your coffee, your tea, whatever it is that you drink in the morning, or your matcha, because usually I would also do matcha early in the morning. So y'all come on in. Happy to have you. Come and have coffee with me. And join me for I Am My Morning Coffee's inspirational moment. So if you are coming in the room, if you could say hello, and as you come in, if you could also like and share, I would greatly appreciate that as well. Give you all a few moments to get on in here. I hope you all are doing good. Good morning to you all. And again, we are talking about transformation matters and what that looks like. What does it look like to be different? What does it look like to transform? And when you talk about transforming means that you don't look like what you were before. When you see a butterfly, you don't know or you don't recognize it as a caterpillar. So transformation means that you have totally changed. You have totally become a whole different person. And that's exactly what I want to talk about this morning, about changing. What does transformation look like? And then I'll share something personal, one of my own personal transformations. And then we'll wrap up. We'll get ready to go. I want to give you this so you can start your day, so that you can be motivated throughout the day, and that just to let you know that you can be a different person. So we're going to get started in about another 60 seconds. But as you come in, if you can please speak, I would greatly appreciate it. And again, welcome to I Am My Morning Coffee. And I'm glad to have you. Please say hello as you come on in. Go ahead and like and share. I would appreciate that as well. And please subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. All right. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is doing wonderful. I am excited. This is the reason why I am my morning coffee. I'm usually the coffee in the morning, not before I've had coffee. I am usually up and awake and wired. I am a morning person. That is why I am a morning coffee early in the mornings, because I want to give you my absolute best, and I am my best at 5 o'clock in the morning. So that is why I am here early in the morning. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for those that have come in. If you come in and we've already started, please go ahead, like, share, and let me know that you're here in the comments. So transformation. Transformation is an act, process, or instance of transforming or being transformed. Operation of changing one configuration or expression into another. Well, let's see, what other definitions do we have of transformation? It talks about genetic modification of a bacterium by incorporation of free DNA from another bacterial cell. So they talk about even transforming on a cellular level. And I'm glad that they actually had that definition. And this is the reason why. So when you think about transformation and you think about changing, the very first thing that I want you to understand is that you don't need anybody's permission to be different. You don't need anybody's permission to change. You don't need anybody's permission to be transformed. Change and transformation, I consider to be somewhat two different things. Transformation means that you have completely turned into something different, something new, somebody completely different. And you don't need anybody's permission to do that. When I think about transformation, when I think about being different, when I think about what I'm going through currently at the current moment, because my finances are transforming, I am transforming. You think about the work that goes into transformation. I want to encourage you that there are going to be people along the way where you are going to have to combat the negative things that they're going to speak over your transformation, because they're going to tell you that they always knew you when. Well, I knew you as, I don't know, broke Barbara. I knew you as overweight Oliver. They'll identify you by the thing that they knew you by. Okay. So when you're talking about changing and you talk about transformation, you have to be encouraged enough to change and transform yourself and know what goes into your transformation. What is it that goes into you being different? What is it that goes into you doing different? And so I want to encourage you on this morning that when you get discouraged, because you will, let's just be honest, along the way, when you're trying to change, you trying to be different, and you trying to lose weight, and you trying to change your financial status, and you trying to change your tax bracket, and you're trying to do something different, and you go from riding in a Ford to a Mercedes Benz, people are going to ask questions. Okay, they're gonna know. They want to know, what did you do? How did you change? How did you transform? And I just want to talk about some of the most common things that people transform into, right? So you have people that transform into billionaires. You have people that transform into philanthropists. And you ask the question, why? How did you do that? Number one, I want to say that God has equipped us to be different. He's equipped us to transform. He's equipped us with everything that we could possibly need to want to be different. But you also have to do the work. There's work that you have to do. There's preparation that has to go into being different. I remember the very first time that I fasted. The very first time that I fasted. And it took a few days to actually prepare. I had to wean myself off the food that I was used to eating. And as I was weaning myself off, the first few days were pretty rough. I had headaches. I was somewhat nauseous because it was almost like my body was going into detox. And it was almost like my body was going into detox. And I was weaning myself off of all of the bad things that I was eating and all of the bad things that I was putting in my body. So my body started to reflect. And it showed me when I was fasting, when I started to change and when I started to transform, hear me, that is when I noticed that what I was putting in my body before was not good for me. It wasn't until I got into the transformation process and started to see different and feel different that I realized and recognized how toxic my body was, right? So it's whatever you fill yourself with, that transformation will start revealing. That was good. God literally just gave me, that was dope. Hope y'all wrote that down. Whatever it is that you had been filling yourself with, your transformation is going to expose that. Yeah, I was talking to myself on that one. So, wow. Okay. So, whatever it is that I had put in my body before I started that fast, it started to manifest itself. All of the greasy food, all of the food that weighed me down. And the reason why the transformation within the fasting exposed those things is because I started to detox all of those things that I was putting in my body that weren't good for me. And when you talk about transformation, and when you talk about changing, whatever it is that you're letting in, whatever it is that you're digesting is what is going to end up coming out. So again, those first few days of fasting was rough for me. I had headaches. I was nauseous. It was not fun at all. Hey, good morning, Carl. I'm happy to see you this morning. Good morning. Good morning. So we're in our talk with transformation, and the revelation that I just got was whatever it is that you were putting in before, that is exactly what will be exposed during your transformation. So that's where we are now. I'm talking about my experience with fasting and how fasting transformed me. So all of those negative, all of those bad things, sugar and grease and all of that stuff started to come out, and my skin, this is what happened first. My skin started to develop these pimples and acne. But then when I got maybe into day 7, day 8 of the fast, hey, good morning, Donnell. How are you? I'm telling you, you still got the favorite line of the year. I'm happy to see you this morning. Good morning, good morning. So when and make sure you all like and share this morning. So when I got into day 7, day 8, my skin started to clear up. And when I got around day 19, 18, 19, oh, the skin was flawless. Like it was glowing. This was 21 days straight water, alkaline water, by the way. No sugar, no food, no nothing, right? And I loved the way that I felt. I loved clarity that I had. I love the desire that I had to really dig into God's word. So when you talk about transformation, you have to prepare. You got to do the work. You have to be prepared for the withdrawals. You got to be prepared for the backsliding that's going to happen. But let me tell you something. This is sure, as I'm sitting here talking to you this morning, we serve a God that will equip you along the journey of change. So I just want to encourage you that be very mindful of what it is that you're bringing in, because that is going to affect what you transform into and how you transform. Okay, that's all that I have for you. So hope that this bless you. Just really, really wanted to encourage you this morning. I had my coffee right here, so I hope you had yours. And this, as you're changing, as you're being different, number one, you don't need anybody's permission. You can change on your own. You don't need anybody to tell you or hold you to who you used to be. You can be different. That's okay. Um, and as you're changing, be very mindful of what you're bringing in and what you're taking in, because the people that you have around you, the people that are speaking into you, the things you're reading, the things that you're listening to. I know sometimes people don't think that has an influence on you, but how many of you have had friends where you've been around them long enough, you'll start saying things that they say. You'll start picking up things that they say unconsciously. It happens unconsciously. That's why you have to be careful about who you're around while you're transforming, because that can make or break your transformation. People that you're around, here's a great example. If you are preparing, you want to be married, you want to be a wife, you want to be a husband, you need to be very careful of being around the friends that aren't interested in that. Why? Because they're going to move very differently than you. When you talk about transforming, now going from single to married, that is a transformation. Okay. And I've never been married, but from based off of my research and what I read, because the very first thing I wanted to know is, do I even want to be a wife? Let's talk about that. God, what are my biblical responsibilities as a wife? What are my responsibilities as a wife, period? What is it that a wife does? What is it that you've called a wife to do? What is the mandate of a wife? Let me research that first, because if I were you, I would read the job description before you take on the job, right? So in researching and exploring the job and the role of being a wife, you know what? I like that. I can do that, right? I'm built for that. So in that transformation, in preparing for being a wife and in preparing for taking on that role, then I cannot hang out with or surround myself with people or women, other young ladies that may be not interested at all and living a very risque single life, right? I'm not saying that hear me. I'm not saying if you don't desire to be married that I can't be around you, I can't be friends. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is if you are living a very risky single life, you out there every day, you out there every night, you trying to introduce me to all these different guys, and you're like, come out with me so we can hang out with such and such and such. Probably don't need to engage in that because I'm preparing my heart and my mind and my space to be a wife. And so once my husband comes into my space, I don't need to be trying to get rid of people then. You need to get rid of people now so that they can transition into a very smooth and prepared space. You prepare. Oh, that's good. You prepare for what you care about. When you're having a baby, you prepare the room before the baby gets there. You prepare for what you're transforming into. So before you're a mom, before you're a dad, you're preparing the space for that baby. This is the same thing. Before you're a wife, before you're a husband, prepare that space for them so they don't just come into mess. If you are starting a new job, prepare for the new job. Go buy the outfits, go buy the suits, be prepared for it. Hey, good morning, cousin. Oh, my cousin Natalie is on here. Hey, I'm happy to see you. So you prepare for the transformation before the transformation even gets here. Okay. It's all about preparation. It's all about transformation. And so if you want to be different, if you want to do different, if you want to be in a different space, then you need to prepare that space and prepare your heart and your mind for people to come at you with a whole bunch of different things. I am almost certain that when Mr. Jerry, yes, thank you, Carl. Transformation is in your mind first. Thank you, Carl. Transformation starts here. Transformation starts in your head. You know what? I do want to lose weight, right? So I have to start picking up the habits and preparing for the things that it takes to lose weight. And then I cannot subject myself to certain environments that are going to damage the transformation that I've done, especially if I know that it's going to set me back. And you know that better than anybody else. You know what your triggers are, right? You don't have to explain anything to anybody. No, I'm not going out to eat right now. You may think you don't have the money. They may think you may have $1 million in your bank account, but you know that going out to eat is a trigger for you. So don't do it. And I'm not saying that it's easy. It's definitely not easy. Thank you, cousin. I appreciate it. I love you so much. And you stay looking good all day, every day. So yes, so transformation does start in your mind. And once it starts in your mind, what happens is it starts to take root in your heart. That's why you have to be mindful of what you're listening to and what you're picking up on. And that includes music, videos, pastors, especially in this season because everybody and their mama is a pastor right now. Everybody is a prophet right now. And if I get one more inbox about a prophecy that you got for me, I'm going to be frustrated. Oh, sorry, that's a quick sidebar. That's a trigger for me. Stay out my inbox with these prophecies. Anyway, so if you want to be different, you want to transform, then do the work, prepare the space, prepare your heart, and it's all about what you're putting in because your transformation is going to expose and is going to show everything that you've done that have somewhat hindered that transformation. So I hope and pray that that blessed you this morning. Thank you so much for joining me for coffee. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Carl. Yes, we sabotage our transformation sometimes with our environment. How in the world do I expect, Carl, to be a good wife if I keep hanging out with trifling single women? Let me just say it like that. How in the world am I going to be a good husband if I continuously hang out with trifling single men? How? It's all about your environment. How in the world are you going to get wise counsel? Let me tell y'all, I'm going to let you in on something very private, but this is for your benefit. When I think about being married and I think about marriage and I think about the wedding and all of that stuff that goes into it, I'm not so concerned about the people and the invitations to the wedding so you can see how beautiful and how immaculate, whatever, the wedding is. This is my concern, and this is how I plan to invite. The invitations to the wedding are supposed to be for accountability's sake, right? You are preparing an environment for a healthy and sustainable marriage. So those people that are being invited to your wedding, Those people that are going to sit in those chairs and eat those expensive meals, those people are supposed to push my husband and me back towards each other. I should not be going through something with my husband. And you tell me, girl, well, let's just go out to the bar. I'm pretty sure this, ma'am, that is not wise counsel. Man, you need to just go out to the bar and just look at something else different for right. You know what? Did I give you an invitation to the wedding? I don't think I did. And if I did, I revoked it. Because the people that are there are supposed to push you back towards one another. Thank you, Carl. It ain't nothing but the Holy Spirit. But they're supposed to push you back towards one another. So the same invitations that go out to your wedding for the people that are supposed to be invited to hold you accountable to one another are the same people that you need to be inviting into your world, are the same people you need to be inviting to your table, are the same people you need to be inviting into your business, because they are the same people that you need to invite into your weight loss journey or whatever it is that you want to transform into, your finance situation. Let me tell you something about these finances and this debt, and then I'm really going to go. I'm sorry. I really love talking to y'all. But when it came to debt cancellation for me, I literally had to have somebody hold my hand. And this is Tracy Powell. She'll be on Saturday night at 7. But she literally held my hand and told me, okay, this habit, this behavior, because bad spending habits is deeper than just bad spending habits. So she literally held my hand. I had to surround myself with a team of people that were already financially sound so that I can upgrade, right? So I surrounded myself with a business owner, entrepreneur, somebody that probably has already made millions in their business. I surrounded myself with somebody that was able and capable of putting down $50,000 on their house. I surrounded myself with somebody that you're a realtor. You sold $1,000,000 homes, $1 billion homes. So I had to surround myself with people that knew money, that was familiar with money, that was familiar with the process of money, how money works, how money goes. And when you talk about transformation, Carl, you said it. Where was it? We sabotage our transformation sometimes with our environment. You have to set the environment up. Don't go buy a whole bunch of sugary cereals and little Debbie's if you know that's what. Let me tell you what I would do before I fasted. I cleared the cabinets and the refrigerator of any and everything that possibly could have triggered me. There were no snacks, there wasn't nothing in there. And the reason why was so I wouldn't trigger myself. Why would I set myself up for the okie doke? If you're getting married and you know that there's a friend that is a trigger for you, you need to stop talking to them before y'all even get married. Before you even get engaged and before you start dating, you need to cut them off. So when you're transforming, prepare your environment, prepare your heart. You don't need anybody's permission to be different and transform. Thank you, Donnell. Thank you. I am eager to tune in on Saturday. I know that I am going to be listening eagerly with a notepad. Excellent. Listen, Tracy Powell is a powerful resource. That woman, and she's a prayer warrior too, y'all. She loves the Lord. When I tell you that some of our finance meetings have turned into shout sessions, and I'm not talking about just arbitrarily shouting. I mean, God did something. On this journey, there have been people that have called me and paid my debts. There have been people, I took a $62,000 debt down to $10,000. Where did I do that at? Since I've been walking with her, she has changed my entire financial view. I have a portfolio now. Right? So you have to walk with people that think different. You have to start somewhere. And you have to know that it can be different. You have to know that you can transform. I don't need anybody's permission to do it. So if I say I don't want to go out to eat, it's because I don't want to spend money on a meal that I know that won't be satisfying to me. If I'm going to spend money on a good meal, I'm going to Capital Grill because I know doggone well that the quality is going to be great and I am going to be happy about every single penny that I spent. Right? So I decide. I posted something yesterday about I choose. You make the decision to walk into what God has for you. You make the decision to walk into the environment that God has for you. So I love y'all. I have to go. If y'all have any more comments, anything else that you want to share, I am excited about your transformation. I am excited about what God is doing. Just make sure that you prepare your heart and your mind for that space, because you don't want to get in that space and lose it. You don't want to get in that space. And then that has been one of the things. And, excuse me, Elder Mark Moore said, oh God, if y'all miss, yes, shameless plug. If you miss Sunday Spirit and Truth, I'm going to share it again on my timeline. I need you all to go see it. One of the biggest things that I took away was doing it scared. I have been so scared in this season because I said, God, I don't want to mess it up. It's not that I haven't been attacked. It hasn't that my transformation hadn't been tried. It's just that, God, I don't want to mess it up. Just the fear of that alone is like, God, we've come so far. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to bad money management. I don't want to go back to terrible eating habits. God, I don't want to go back. And that has been a fear of mine. And when I heard that do it scared, and God told me, well, you don't have to worry about going back if you just keep walking with me. And even when you talk about walking on water, you don't focus on the miracle. You don't focus on walking on water, because if you look down and you look at your feet walking on water, you can start sinking that way. You got to keep your eyes on the person that made you walk on water. So keep your eyes focused on the resource that made you walk on water, that gave you the strength and the ability, the supernatural ability to walk on water. So I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. This has been I Am a Morning Coffee, where God is our barista. Praise and worship is our cream and sugar. And this morning, I was your morning coffee. I pray that bless you. And I hope to see you Saturday night at 7. We are talking about finances. Transformation matters. Your money matters. Your money is on assignment. Okay? It's not meant to be spent all willy-nilly. Your money has an assignment. My friend said it best. He said, you tell your money what to do. So when I pay for gas, this is how you have to look at it. It's all about perspective. When I pay for gas, I am telling my car, you are about to take me from point A to point B. So I am giving you what you need to help me accomplish what I need. When I pay the mortgage or the rent every month, I am telling what I'm paying, you are going to protect me and cover me for the next 12 months. All right. You're going to make sure that me and my child, my family are safe the next 12 months. When I tithe, I am asking God to protect my money. I am thanking God for what he's given me. Your money has a demand, and you tell your money what to do, and you make your money work for you. So when you sow, you say, I want that favor and that grace that's over there, come over here. That's what I'm paying for. So I expect my money to yield a return. Let me get off of here before I act up. I'm already acting up. Thank you, Donnell. I greatly appreciate it. So y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Y'all take care. Be blessed. I'm looking forward to seeing you Saturday night at 7. Oh, and how could I forget? Guys, we hired a marketing director. I'm so excited. Lanice Thrasher. We'll be bringing her on. And we hired a executive producer, Sheldia Fairley. I am so excited about them being on the team. And our team is growing. Our team is growing, and it's nothing but God, because I'm not that smart. And I don't mean that in the sense that I'm dumb. I'm pretty smart. But what I mean by that is my knowledge and what I know and how to move could never supersede the Lord's. So love y'all. Again, this has been I Am My Morning Coffee. You all be blessed. And I hope to see you all Saturday night at 7. We are talking money. So I love y'all. Be blessed. Take care.